Corillo, ¿qué es la que hay? Sí, soy yo, estoy aquí otra vez. Como pueden ver, este podcast es una entrevista, pero quería hacer este intro porque la entrevista, pues, es en inglés. Sí, es en inglés. Y sí, traté de mil maneras de ponerle subtítulos, pero me iba a tomar una eternidad y no encontré una manera fácil ni rápida de hacerlo. So, sorry, Corillo. Todavía estoy aprendiendo esto de editar el podcast, especialmente para YouTube. So, si tienes alguna recomendación de cómo poner subtítulos, porque yo sé que no es la última vez que voy a entrevistar a esta persona. So, si tienes alguna recomendación de cómo poner subtítulos en tus videos, déjenme saber. Súper agradecida. For those who speak English, I'll be speaking English in a second. Pero sí, la entrevista es en inglés. Si no hablas inglés, perdóname. Los podcasts en español seguirán, no significa que voy a cambiar de español a inglés. No me sé expresar, como me expreso de la lucha libre en español, no me sé expresar en inglés. So, tranquila, tranquilo, que todo va a seguir en español. Pero sí, y si hablas inglés, súper brutal. Espero que te disfrutes la entrevista porque entrevistar a una persona que ahora considero un amigo, un amigo que ha estado luchando desde los 15 años, lleva 7 años haciendo esto, súper talentoso, súper querido, creativo, un amor en persona y súper interesante de entrevistar porque tiene muchas historias y opiniones que expresar también. Gabe Baez, The Comic Book Warrior, a quien he estado tratando de entrevistar ya casi un año y al fin se dio. Nos habla un poco de su carrera, a dónde quiere llegar, de su equipo ahora en pareja, Tonawak, que juntos se hacen llamar The Vigilantes, los vigilantes. Y nos da un par de consejos también, pues si estás interesado en entrar en el mundo de la lucha libre y cómo involucrarte un poquito más, pues él nos habla un poquito sobre eso también. Una entrevista súper interesante, espero que se la disfruten como yo y vayan y sigan a Gabe Baez, porque de verdad que es un chico muy talentoso, que sé que va a llegar lejos con la disciplina que tiene y la pasión que tiene por la lucha libre. Vayan, síganlo, espero que se disfruten la entrevista, Corillo. And for those watching this who are fans of Gabe or know Gabe and don't know who the hell I am, hi, I'm MarieVioleta. Welcome to my podcast. Normally I do podcasts in Spanish. That's what I do, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to interview someone so talented, so passionate, and such a sweetheart like Gabe Baez, the comic book writer. It was a really fun interview and really interesting. Sorry in advance if my English is not that good, even though I speak English every single day. This is my first interview in English to a wrestler, so yeah, just throwing that out there. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. You can find me on Instagram, MarieVioleta2, the number 2, MarieVioleta, however you wanna say it. MarieVioleta 2, the number 2. You can find me on Facebook as well, Marie Violeta, and you can find all my podcasts on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and also Amazon Music. You can find me as Marie Violeta, or if not, you can go to my Instagram, Marie Violeta 2, Marie Violeta 2, the number 2, and you can hit the link in my bio, and you'll find everything there. And hit that follow. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. It was a really fun interview. We laughed a lot, and Gabe has a lot of stories to tell. So thank you again to Gabe um, for giving me the opportunity and the time to sit down with me and talk about him a little bit so people can get to know him a little bit more. So thank you, Gabe. Love you so much, my friend. And yeah, enjoy the interview, guys. Independent woman on some California kids.
That means
I have to, man. How are you? How's everything going?
everything's going good. Like I'm excited. Like me and my tag partner Tanawak, we got our first booking as a tag team, and I'm really excited for that.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. I was gonna ask you about that because I know you got a partner now.
Yeah, me and my buddy Tanawak, we started a tag team group called the Vigilantes, and honestly, I gotta say, like teaming up with him was probably like the best part of in my pro wrestling career because me and him started around the same time, and we've known each other for possibly like 3 years now. And we've always wanted to team up, but the opportunity never arose until one day he got a message from a wrestling promotion saying, I won't say what wrestling promotion because I kind of still don't like them.
Oh.
Um, what happened was is that we were supposed to debut the Vigilantes at this promotion, but then they tried to do me dirty by messaging him like saying, "Tell Gabe he's staying home."
Oh shit.
So I did not like that at all. So this promotion, who I will not name because some of the people on the roster I respect, um, I will never do a show for them ever.
Listen, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
That's that's messed up. That's
yeah,
that's not how you start like something great. Like if okay, let's just skip that because I'm gonna start talking like BS about
yeah,
a promotion that I don't even know. How you're doing good? Finally,
yeah,
the
yeah. I'm
time
doing.
has come.
We
Like
For everybody watching this, we've been trying to do this for so long.
yeah,
It's finally happened. And I'm so excited.
yeah. It's been. I would say I want to say almost a year or a year or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
Yeah,
Jeez,
and
it's been a year.
you know what's crazy? Because I mean, as always, I don't know who's who anymore.
Yeah.
And then you, for some reason, appear on my Instagram. I think you promoted something. I don't know, and I was like, "Who the hell is this?" I was like, "I don't follow this guy. What the hell?" And then I just clicked your profile. And I was like, "Bro, this guy's is something." This guy is something, bro. And one of my favorite things about you, other than you know the whole superhero kind of thing,
Yeah.
is your spear, bro. And the way you perform that spear.
When I first did the spear, it was honestly like a one-time deal. But my trainer, Damian Adams, he was like, "Keep it." And I go, "What do you mean keep it?" Like people are gonna think I'm a mark for like Andrew Goldberg, and he goes, "You're on that level when it comes to the spear."
Oh, that's saying
So
a lot, bro.
I don't know if he was like trying to give me a little bit of an ego like boost or see if I had an ego, but
Yeah.
like literally like at training, he would like go like, Gabe Spear is better than everybody else's here. I bet you. And
Wow.
yeah, and he probably will deny it, but he actually said that.
Man, that's saying a lot just from
Yeah.
the beginning. That's awesome. But for people watching this, like most of my audience speak Spanish,
Yeah.
as you know. But I'll try my best to translate all of it, like subtitles or something. But for whoever is watching this, like, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
So
up?
I'm gonna say this. Uh, Mi hablo español basura. So that's why we're speaking in English. It's trash. I tried to speak it a few times with a couple of luchadors I know, but they laughed at me and they said you sound like a toddler trying to speak it. So I'm gonna just
Ah, damn, damn. Listen, you gotta start somewhere. You
yeah,
gotta start somewhere. But yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. I, I can only see you doing a promo in Spanish. That would be hilarious, bro. So hilarious. But yeah, for whoever is watching this, talk to us about you a little bit. Who is Gabe Baez and why the comic book warrior? But first, who is Gabe Baez?
so Gabe Baez is just your typical average comic book nerd from New Jersey who honestly would want to live the life of a superhero because you know who wouldn't want to be doing something like saving a life, you know?
Sure.
And the comic book warrior is a guy who expresses that. He's a guy that goes out to the ring, shows off super strength, and tosses people around, but also sends a positive message saying anybody can be a hero. Anybody can do something that will make somebody's day, whether it's helping someone across the street, helping somebody bring their groceries inside. And that's the kind of message I want to portray. Like, always do what you think is right and right for somebody else.
Did you always love wrestling, or did you just appear to watch it one day and fell in love with it?
I'm not one of those people that like those people on Tough Enough who never were wrestling fans and like were like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. But no, I'm a diehard wrestling fan. Like, yeah, you could blame my grandfather for that. He was a huge wrestling fan, so I kind of grew into the wrestling life, and I've been in love with it ever since. And it was honestly like a surreal like moment because for me, it kind of gave me a little bit of a inspiration because it was around 2014 like when I started paying attention to the story of wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like when Daniel Bryan was in the title picture and he was the underdog of all
Mm.
that. That's when I started to fall in love with the story of pro wrestling and helped me and with and I've said it a million times, like when I was experiencing bullying, it helped me like push through that.
That's awesome. Daniel Bryan, that's
Yeah.
that's a good superstar to follow when it comes to like trying to fall in love with wrestling, because you can see the passion he does it, the way you just enjoy it. Even if you don't watch wrestling, just watching him wrestle, it's so entertaining and so like you just get stuck into it. At least that's
Yeah.
what I think when I used to see him wrestle all the time, which is he's fucking great. He's fucking amazing. Talking about bullying, I know you're an anti-bullying supporter.
Yeah.
For those kids or people, like adults that also go through that, what can you tell them about that? How can they defend themselves, or get through it, and just at the end just be normal, be whoever they want to be?
Well, I say this, I don't like the term normal because everybody's definition of normal is different. Like my normal is literally reading The Green Hornet or something like that. I just pulled that out of my bookshelf. I just grabbed it right in a comic book. But my definition of normal is different from somebody else's. Like if you are trying to reach an ideal, you'll never reach it because you're different and you are awesome the way you are. If you feel like something is bugging you or something is like trying to like tear you down, I would recommend talking to a family member. For me, I talk to my grandfather every day or my sister, and they honestly helped me through a very, very rough time. And people don't realize talking to someone that can understand you is probably the best thing for you. And they would probably tell you the same thing that my family told me. Do not let them get under your skin. I remember one time my grandfather said, Gabe, next time somebody bugs you and they're trying to get a rise out of you, just smile at them and walk away. I did just that and I never been bugged since.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Just like people say, kill them with kindness. That's the best you can do. Because why get on their level? This is gonna end up not good for you
Yeah.
at the end too. So that's really great. Um, ha- are you still getting bullied for some like, or in the wrestling industry or outside of the wrestling industry?
To be honest, no, probably because of how I look now.
Okay.
Because I'm a guy who's 230 pounds at the gym, deadlifting, and they probably like see me just looking all crazy eyed like a crackhead. Uh, like just literally like deadlifting like crazy and just grunting. Like sometimes when I'm deadlifting, I literally go, and, and everybody, I just see everybody looking at me. They just see this big guy in a hoodie over,
Oh my
just like
god.
looking down at the ground, head banging. So I feel like now they probably think I'm the bully, but reality outside the gym and everything, I'm probably like the biggest sweetheart you'll ever meet.
I
Oh,
bet
geez,
it's
I just buried myself there. What?
I bet it's always the ones that look like this. That are the sweetest person
Yeah.
ever, bro. That's
And like
awesome.
literally, like people are like I remember one time this guy he was trying to bench, and he comes up to me, and I literally like racked the weight, and I probably looked demented to at it. Like I'm literally going like this, and I'm like, "What's up?" And he goes, "How many cents you got left?" And I go, "Oh, I got like three more. You want to hop in?" And he goes, "Are you sure?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. What weight you want? I'll take the weight off for you." And I'm taking the weight off, and then like as soon as he's like done, I like rack it, and then I rack my weight, and then I go, and he's like, "You don't mind taking off the weights?" And I go, "Why the hell would I mind? Do you want to work out? I want to work out. Let's work out, bro." And that's how I met some of my friends from the gym. So that's
That's
literally how it worked.
that's awesome. Like funny too. You're funny. You're
Yeah,
funny as hell.
yeah. Oh, how'd you guys become friends? Oh, I talked to this guy. He looks like a very big crackhead, but really he's a sweetheart. Just like go up to him, say hi, and he'll talk to you forever.
Oh my god, that's great. And you're funny because sometimes we talk on the DMs and you're hilarious, bro. Sometimes I just be cracking up. I was like, this guy. And I don't even know him that well. I mean, I consider you a friend now, but like, you're just so
Yeah.
funny. You're hilarious.
I try to make people laugh because I like nowadays, especially today, like the world's very like in a very dark I wouldn't say dark, but it's in a very sad time right now with everything that's going on in the news and social media and everything. I just prefer to put a smile on somebody's day. So like literally like while I'm at my job, I am not telling anybody what my job is in this podcast. So do not even ask me in the comments or anything like that. But
Are you sure?
but like at my job, I like try and make my coworkers laugh. Like literally, I do the craziest things. Like literally, like I'll walk up to our booth or whatever, and I'll act like I'm going down an elevator and make a funny face coming up. And just literally something that'll make their day, make them laugh, and it's kind of like the whole thing. You always got to brighten somebody's day somehow.
No, yeah, yeah. Some people are having a rough time and just to smile for a minute,
Yeah,
it's the best thing. It might make their day or their
yeah.
year sometimes. So that's awesome. You are a sweetheart, bro. You are a sweetheart.
Everybody in the locker room at the next show after they watch this are probably going to be like, "Oh, we're gonna mess with him so much. We're gonna call him sweetheart every time we see him."
Please
Yeah.
do and record it. Tag me. Tag me,
Ah,
please. Just call him a sweetheart every time you see him. Every time he turns in a corner. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
you're just gonna see me just like have that crackhead face, like, "What'd you just call me?"
You'll know where it come from anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna just message you going, "God damn it, it's
What do you
happening."
do? All right, sweetheart. No, I'm kidding. All right. Oh man. So let's move on. I know you're a comic book fan, a
Yeah,
hardcore, I will say, hardcore fan of the comic book. I mean your name says it all, the comic book
yeah,
warrior, which is
and literally
freaking awesome.
considering I have these types of things in my house.
Oh nice. You collect them, the
I
figures and the
Oh my
toys?
god, I'd show you my collection, but I feel like it'd horrify you. Uh,
Damn.
because I literally have action figures hung on my wall. Okay, I'm gonna just show you my cosplay like rack. Hold on, let me just like turn this. See that?
Oh,
That's
bro.
literally just all helmet. And
That's
whenever
awesome.
people visit me, they're like, "How do you sleep at night knowing those things are there?" And I go, "Comfortably."
Right? Don't you wake up in the middle of the night and just be like, what the hell is this? And then,
No, I will say one time though. So I have a skull mask which I use for one of my other personas. I'll get into that later. But what happened was is I woke up in the middle of the night. I forgot I hung it up on the wall. And so I woke up in the middle of the night when I'm walking to the door, and I literally like wake up, turn my flashlight on because I didn't want to turn on my light. I see the skull. I almost punched it.
oh my God.
Like I was like that meme of Mike Tyson going, "Excuse me, miss, fight or flight." I come back, fight or flight, just literally like that. And I did hit it, but I will say this: it is a very hard mask, and it
Ooh.
hurt.
I
and this
bet.
is and this is middle of the night. So I live with my family. So I'm just literally like I'm literally like this moving around on my knee, holding my breath. I'm like, don't scream, don't scream, don't scream. So like, yeah, if I had a recording of it, I would send it to you just so you could post it, just so you could see how funny it was.
Oh my god, yeah, that just says a lot to not scare you, because you will punch somebody.
I almost did that once to one of my buddies. So this was in high school, and this was like around Halloween time, and this is when the whole serial killer clown thing was going on.
Mm,
And what does my buddy do around Halloween? He decides to dress up as a clown,
bro.
and he's hiding on the sidewalk to the point where I can't see him, but he could see me. And I'm walking down. He jumps up, and I'm literally like about to punch him. He falls back, and he takes off the mask. Going, Gabe, it's me! And I'm just like cussing him out. I'm just like mad at him. And he's like, it was a joke. And I go, people are getting murdered. This is no joke.
That was me, bro. In that time, I was scared of just getting out of the house because I
Yeah,
used
I
to take
basically,
the bus to school, and it was still nighttime. But by the time I got out of the house, and I was scared. I hate
yeah,
clowns too, so it's like it
yeah.
was a nightmare.
In that moment, I turned into Omni Man. I was like, think.
That's scary. Oh man. Now everybody know, don't scare this guy if unless you wanna
Especially with
get
clowns.
punched. Yeah, unless you wanna get punched, and then you'll be like, I got punched by Gabe. I can die now.
Breaking news: guy scares wrestler.
Oh my god. There you go. You made it. Mama made it. I know you make you still make comics about your matches?
Yes, I do. Right now, what I'm working on right now is a fully animated comic book. It's called Shattered Mind, and it's to kind of dig into my character on and his dark side. Because literally, what happened was, I don't know if you remember, I was in a rivalry with Mateo Marcelos for Spartan Championship Wrestling.
Yes, yes.
And what happened was when he busted my head open with that shield, it kind of caused like a trigger
Right.
because literally in that moment I was like in a trance, I guess, and all I wanted was vengeance, and that's what caused my other persona, and I call it the AOC, Agent of Chaos, because that's pretty much all that side of me wants. It wants vengeance. It wants to someone to feel pain, rage, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I say fun stuff, but that doesn't sound fun.
I
Um,
mean, it is fun.
yeah,
It's kind of dark, which I love. I love it because that's
yeah.
one of my questions. If you will take your persona, your character to a darker side, like no, not like a villain, but like I don't know, an
Like an
anti-hero, I guess.
anti-hero.
Yes.
Yeah, I've actually been trying to do that for so long, but I just don't really know how to exactly get into it because not a lot of promotions want me to kind of like change the way the comic book warrior is now because kids love it, fans love it, and I get that they love it, but like if I can give them something else to love entirely, because right
Mm.
now anti-heroes are a big hit, like Deadpool. Yes, I said Deadpool. The strike's over. I could say his name. Uh, but like the honestly, that's what I like wanted to do. Just be that guy that doesn't care about the rules. He'll do what he thinks is right and literally just abolish
Yeah.
like anything that stands in his path. That's kind of like what we're doing with the vigilantes. We're not exactly the good guys. We're not exactly the bad guys.
Yeah.
We're just guys that we do what we think is right. And people like look at our attire and think that like, oh, these guys are bad guys. No, they're good guys. It's like
See,
nobody really.
that's what I thought. When I first saw you guys, I was like, is he going dark? Is this like is he a villain now? But then I saw the promo you guys put on social media. I love it, by the way.
Yeah.
It gave us like a, at least for me, it gave me like a cliffhanger. Like, okay, what's to come? I want to know what's up, what's next, you know? But yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw you guys. You know,
Yeah.
the
By the way,
tires.
Kanawak almost made me break character when he goes, "Do you smell that?" He didn't. We did not plan anything in that promo. I was gonna talk first initially, but then he puts his hand on my chest, going, "You smell that?" In my head, I'm thinking like, and you can actually see me sniffing myself. I'm just like, "Do I smell?"
Yeah, you know, that, yeah, that's hilarious.
And then he's like, "That smelly smell," and I'm like, "Okay, he's in character."
Oh man, yeah, that was awesome. Like I just by looking at it, if y'all haven't seen it, just go to Gabe's Instagram, or I'm gonna share it again on my Instagram. It's, I just want to know what's next, and I don't want to ask you because I want to wait, you know, just to see it, to see what you post next, you know, because I like I said, I'm not in New Jersey, I'm in
Yeah.
Florida, so I cannot go there firsthand and see it.
I will say this though, I'm really excited to where the vigilantes may go from here because I honestly want to take Tanawak with me to other places. Like I've been to Canada, he's never been to Canada. I want to take the vigilantes there because it's honestly a very like surreal experience being in Canada and wrestling in Canada because the fans there, they're like true diehard
Yeah,
wrestling fans.
hardcore, yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like thinking like, oh wow, I've wrestled at some crazy places, but these guys are like amazing. I love it here. In my head, I'm like, can I live here? Like,
I bet.
and don't worry, I'm still here, guys. Don't worry, I'm still gonna be living here. Uh, but honestly, like I that's an experience I want to now walk to experience because he's a one of a kind dude and I know that he's gonna watch this and I know that he's probably gonna be like, oh, this guy's giving me like an ego boost. Uh, but yeah, like I've known him for 3 years and he's a phenomenal wrestler, a phenomenal luchador, and his like charisma, his uh like his mind is like top tier, and it's honestly surreal that he's been doing this for such like a short amount of time, but also had so much like experience, like in training and everything, and it's honestly amazing.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see what you guys do, and I know it will go somewhere because I haven't seen you guys in the ring yet together. But just by that video, the chemistry you guys have, it's it gives me hope that y'all gonna go somewhere, and I'm excited for you guys.
I will say this though, I remember when me and him faced each other in XWA. I chopped him, but in my head, I'm like, oh, he's gonna hate me so much after this.
It doesn't that make it more fun though?
It makes it more fun when you're wrestling your friends because you know that you guys can go all out on each other and just like have like go out to eat after.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, because but I also know that like after the match for like a couple minutes he's gonna be pissed. Like in my head I'm like I chopped him and everybody and I chop like he who shall not be named like kind of like those chops.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get canceled. So
Be careful. We don't want
yeah, I
that.
know that's why I'm watching what I say. I'm like, don't say his name. But yeah, that match we did was kind of like when he took on Eddie Guerrero, and it was honestly like a really good time.
That's awesome. I'm really excited to see what you guys do, and you know where it goes. I
Yeah,
know I'm thinking like far away when y'all like already said and like doing crazy things, and then just one of you just turn and against the other.
the
I'm
the
going
funny
that
thing is
far.
the funny thing is I send to not walk like wrestling moves like they're like crazy, like literally like a guy tossing his tag partner to the outside and his partner does like a hurricane rana to his opponent. Like I'm like
Nice.
I send it to him going, we should do this. And then he's like, screw it.
Oh my
He's like,
god.
screw it, let's do it.
Oh my god. That's, I mean, that's what you need, man. That's a partner like that that
Yeah.
you're gonna need as a team in wrestling anywhere really. That just supports your crazy ideas.
Yeah. And like in my honest opinion, like I think I'm the craziest one out of the two of us. Cause
Really?
well, considering I consider myself the craziest one because I just literally like go crazy when it comes to creating things or like when it comes to ideas or moves or anything like that. Even though like I'm more psychology based, I want to do something that'll draw the crowd in. Like our finisher, the one of the ideas, this isn't our official finisher, was kind of like a power bomb into a bulldog, I guess.
Hmm.
And but how we got into it was is that he monkey flipped the opponent into me, and we actually practiced it and we got it. But it was just that like the way it was is that like we need to do it to the right person. If we do
Mm.
it to someone that's bigger, he ain't gonna jump.
Yeah,
Like
no.
he ain't gonna launch him. In my head, I'm like, well, you catch him, I'll launch him. I got strong enough legs.
Oh man. That's, y'all gonna be nuts together, bro. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I would say this though, like I I'm the strength, he's the agility. So that's all I'm gonna say about our like arsenal when it comes to
There
moves.
you go, 50-50. I love
Yeah,
that. I love that. That's what you need in a partner. So you've been doing this for 7 years.
yeah.
How was that training process? And what would you say was the hardest part about it, or if it changed and now you just got it, but what was the hardest part at the beginning and the hardest part now?
The hardest part in the beginning was trying to keep up with everybody else because you're in for those that don't know, wrestling training is very difficult because of the conditioning that we have to go through and the required like movement and flexibility, and you have to stay up to date with that even when you're outside the ring. Like for me, I go to the ring like 2 to 3 times a month and just to knock the kinks out and make sure I'm still able to do it.
Mm.
And I also practice like to see like if there's anything I want to try like that I see or anything like that. But when you're doing the training, it's very difficult to like keep up with because I went to Team Adams and it's run by Damian Adams, one of the best coaches I've ever had the pleasure of working with. We did 1,000 squats as a warm up, and then we
What?
did drills. Yeah, 1,000 squats. I hated it because here's why. I was the one who was always counting the squats. So I had to make sure everything was spot on with the math. Everybody was looking at me like, Gabe, please lie. And
I
I'm
bet.
like
Yo.
I see people looking at me like, Gabe, you gotta lie right now. I can't keep up. And I go, well, too bad. I'm gonna keep going because I've been doing it longer than them, and I'm just like, I'm gonna keep going. My legs feel like jelly, but I don't care. I wanted this.
You gotta find motivation somehow, that, but that's, wow.
My motivation is that my butt gets bigger every time I squat. That's literally the only thing.
There you go. There you go. I think that's a good thing. You got something good out of it, I guess.
If you want a big butt, do 1,000 squats
As a warm up.
as a warm up, and then
Wow.
squat with the bars.
Wow. And what would you say would be the hardest thing right now?
Right now is just like trying to stay in that conditioning, staying in that shape because there are a lot of struggles in life. Like, let's say, for example, injuries. Like, I've had a concussion. I'm open with that, and it literally put me back, like backtrack because I literally lost all my strength. I lost all my like movements. I like literally I was sore after the warm up to the point where I couldn't keep up with everybody. It
Mm.
took me like 3 months to get back. The best thing I could say is take care of your body, stay consistent with your training regimen, um, and just keep up with your conditioning. Like do some jump rope, do some box jumps, or do some rope climbs. Because literally that's what I do whenever I don't get the chance of getting in the ring. I just do the wrestling drills as well at the gym, and people look at me like I'm crazy because I do this like drop down drill where we put a punching bag in the middle of the ring, and we hit the rope, drop down, glide over, drop down, hit the rope, do the same thing over again 10 times.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I literally like was measuring the distance of this like football field looking area, and I have the body bag down there. I'm like, okay, this is exactly 20 feet. I'm gonna put the cone here. I'm gonna put the cone here. And they see me doing it, and one of the trainers goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, "My conditioning." And he goes, "For what? Like you're training like you're going for the army or something." And I go, "No, this is pro wrestling training." And he goes,
Wow.
Okay. And he walks away looking at me like, this guy's freaking nuts.
Yo, you're always at the gym.
I I kind of have to be, and like
Yeah.
that's another thing. You have to be in the gym a lot because
Mm,
in this business, it's also I hate to say it, it's also kind of like a cosmetic business. You have to look your best.
yeah.
But nowadays, I feel like it's like more open to how people look. Um, like whether they got a little bit of belly, like Dusty Rhodes said, I may have a belly, I may not be pure muscle. I got a little belly, I like a little food. Um, but honestly, it's it's more like for me comfortably, I have to look in my best shape possible and do what I can do in the gym. Like literally, like my deadlift right now is 525. I'm happy with that. I'm not trying to be like Eddie Hall where I deadlift like 1,000 pounds. Don't worry, I'm not trying to be like that.
I was gonna say.
Um,
No kidding.
but like, and that's also like what keeps my character alive. My character is like a guy that's super strong. If I
Mm,
don't physically put that work in, I won't be able to. And you've seen videos of me doing it where I literally just shoulder
yeah.
press,
Mm.
and people look at me like they're like, "How do you do what you do?" And I go, "Destroying my body every day just so I can."
Damn. Wow. Dude, listen, with all the work that you do, I I just don't, for me, dedication and a lot of being like um confident about something like that is just,
Mhm.
I don't find the energy, at least for myself. So like just watching you do it is like this guy is like something else. You are something else. Every time I go on Instagram, I see a video of you, and it's like, where does he find the energy to just be at the gym and you know find
For
motivation like that?
For me, like, so I'm just going to be really open about why I stay motivated. Like, and people have asked me, like, what keeps you going in the gym? I just think of the bigger goal, like to be a successful pro wrestler. Because for me, I actually want to do this for my family because I want to be a provider for my family.
Mm,
Because they've been providing for me my entire life. Like, when I was very young, I lost my home, and my grandma, my grandfather, and my aunt took me, my brother, my sister, and my mom in when we had nowhere to live. And this is me trying to like kind of like figure out a way to repay them in a way I love doing it. I love wrestling, and this is probably the best option for me to kind of give back to them. And that's what keeps me going every day because I just and every day when I'm doing the Stairmaster for like an hour, I just close my eyes and I think about why do you want to do this? And I just picture my family being happy, not worrying about another bill in their life or like having to worry about payments for anything. That's kind of like what I want to do with is to kind of give them a bit of paradise.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't have anything to add to that. That was awesome. And that, see, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart.
Say this right now. You're getting more scoops than I've done on most podcasts. I'm saying that right now.
Yeah, that's the Marie effect. Have you ever thought about quitting wrestling? Like, have you
Uh,
tell how you can you tell us a time where you were just like, I'm done with this. Like, I don't want to do it anymore.
There was one point in my life that I did want to quit, and that was around 2021, which was the year I sadly lost. It was around the time I sadly lost my best friend, um, Michael Cammett. And what happened was I was just in a very severe state of depression after, because he was someone around my age. He was my first wrestling trainer.
Mm.
And when that happened, I just literally like was unmotivated. I literally just sat in my house all day, and I turned down bookings. My grades in college were dropping. Like I literally just want. I was literally about to send a message to my trainer saying, "Hey, we're like I'm done." But what happened was is I had a great support system. I have a great family that helped me push through a very dark time, and then I had people in the wrestling community, and I'm gonna name them right now. So here's a quick shout out to you guys: Raymond Shaw, the Genuine Article, Steven Stetson, um, Tiffany Grady, and Kareem West, and Vic Vaughn, and Tony Vincita. Those people in the business helped me out through a very emotional time. And I'm always going to be grateful for that.
Sorry about that.
That's all
That's
right.
that sucks. But that's what's important. Whoever is next to you, if they can help you through that hard time, that at the end you'll be all right. Yeah, the situation will still suck, but the most important thing is to get up and just keep going.
Yeah. Hit you with like a huge like
Yeah,
curveball,
yeah.
but
Normally, when I ask people this question, it's just something like an injury, or you got me like, I don't know where. Yeah.
there's a nervous fart.
Uh-huh.
You ever
So,
had a nervous fart?
no.
Okay, so you're in a better situation than me. Whenever I'm nervous, I'm afraid I'm gonna fart. So
Okay, what the?
I gotta make you laugh to like cut the weirdness, okay?
I'm posting this part. That way, when
Damn
people
it!
that way when people see you out there, they're like, "Are you nervous?" So I can walk away.
Clog your nose.
Oh man. So you are part of the new generation of wrestlers, to put it some type of way. Um, what can you tell the old generation or the future generation after you, what you guys have to show? What you guys have right now to demonstrate to that old generation that maybe doesn't see talent with this new one?
So I'm probably gonna get hated for saying this by the new generation.
You're welcome.
I Yeah, I know. But like the new generation today is very dramatic, more dramatic than the old days. I'm gonna say that right now because a lot of the guys in the old days, they're like hardcore people that just don't like care about anything else but the business.
Right.
Now in the modern day, we have drama queens. And because I've seen it too much backstage in locker rooms. I've seen it too much in training. And oh God, I'm probably gonna get so many hate messages after this by saying this, but I don't care. I'm just gonna be blunt and honest about it. But like now we have guys that do claims on moves and stuff. We have guys that just like think that they're the hottest guys in the room after doing like two matches with a name. And they just don't really respect the business as it is. They just try and do their own thing instead of sticking to their times, following what needs to be done. They just try and make it their show instead of a show for everybody else. We're all a part of this business. We're supposed to be a family and respect each other in this business, but now we just got a whole bunch of backstabbing crybabies. So And I know that there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are messaging me like, "Who hurt you?" Like or something like that. But I'm just gonna tell them straight up. It's experiences I've had in the business, and I'm basically old school mentality. Like
Mm,
I stick like whenever people say, "How much time do we have?" I go, "If it's 10 minutes, we're gonna be going 9, or like uh 8 minutes." And they're like, why 2 minutes or a minute short?" And I go, "Because it'll give you time to celebrate, and it'll give you time for you to go in the back." And that's literally what I do. Just try and make much sense of the time given possible, give the crowd what they want, give them the best product possible.
yeah. Whoever hates you after you said that, that maybe it's one of those crybabies. Because
Yeah,
you're right. It's all about teamwork, and if you try to make it your show and make and do your own thing, when there's more people back there that just want to shine as well as you, like, bro, it's all about teamwork.
yeah.
It's all about teamwork.
Like for me, when it comes to creativity, it's great to ask the promoter first. And if they like what you're selling to them, go right ahead. But if you're doing it behind the promoter, like while the promoter's like there and having no idea what's going on,
Right.
it's going to give you a really bad reputation in wrestling shows in general
Yeah.
because promoters talk
Hmm.
like they're like, "Oh, this guy did this at this show. Oh, I don't want that. Get him out of here."
Right. Unless there's a that's just me talking shit, but unless there's already beef between those two promotions, and they will just hire him to
Oh, he kicks so
just
out.
because.
Bring him in. Come on.
Yeah.
We love you. Bring him in. Do you
Not
have any dirt on
really.
this
I
guy?
just yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. But yeah, I don't think you will. Again, if you get hate for what you said, maybe they are one of those crybabies. Bro,
Yeah.
everybody wants to shine.
Mhm.
Everybody wants to have their moment, but you gotta give them their time too. If you get your time plus their time, you're just being an ass, and that's just you're just looking like an ass.
Yeah, like for me, I try and keep it as professional as possible. Like I don't talk to anybody really backstage outside of people I know.
Hmm.
And literally what I do is I literally just put my headphones on and I just like sit and like listen to my music. And if my opponent comes up to me asking what we do, I just like give them two choices. I'm like, "Do you want to plan or do you want me to call on the fly?" Because I prefer calling on the fly because nobody realizes that. Yeah, you could have a dozen stuff planned, but if the crowd's not reacting,
Hmm.
there is no point.
Yeah, that's one of the
So
most important things, really.
that's what I love to do. I love to get that reaction of the crowd in first, then think about what's coming next.
Yeah.
Because if the crowd doesn't like, let's say I did a match with uh MJF, just throwing a random name,
Mm-hmm.
and we have all this stuff planned, like Hurricane Ranas, Tornado DDTs, everything in the beginning of the match. If I don't hear a single cheer or a single boo, that shows I'm not doing my job right.
Right.
I want to build that like that
Excitement.
excitement, craziness, and like literally like make them think that, oh crap, this is like the best thing ever.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's literally what happened when gonna give them another ego boost when me and Tanawak did the match. Literally, we were called match of the night, and we were the third match.
Whoa.
And that was honestly a very great praise. Like, I don't like to toot my own horn, but it was honestly like a very uh, great thing for me because it really showed that I did the job right.
Listen, if you don't vibe with the crowd, what's the point of you being out there? To be
Yeah.
honest.
To look good in tights.
But to get some girls or something, I don't know.
I hate people that are like that.
You know, people like that.
So many.
Oh no,
They're
bro.
like, I remember at one show, I forgot how many, I think it was in Whitehall, New York, where this guy, he was like, watch this. And he's like talking to the group of girls, and he does the nervous smile walking back. And I go, you got rejected, didn't you? And he goes, yep.
That is so embarrassing.
He thought he was a hot shot till he got rejected. I
Damn.
was laughing on the inside.
I bet that's just embarrassing. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm
But
not sorry about it. I'm like, you had it coming.
no, I mean, yeah, if you think you're all that and then just get rejected, bro, that's saying a lot. So maybe do a self check. Do a self check. Do you have a dream match? Like,
Uh,
you know, in where you are right now, or if you get the opportunity to be in one of the big companies.
my dream match, if I had to choose anybody today, there's actually like three. Three of my dream matches would have to be I would have to pick Adam Copeland, uh
Ooh,
also known as Edge,
yes.
Spear versus Spear. Have to have
Mm.
it happen.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Um, Second one, it would have to be against Tony Vincita, because I love I love talking to him. I'm he's his family and my family have been friends for years, so like to
Nice.
kind of have that match with him, it would be honestly surreal. And another dream match, it would have to be an Iron Man match with my trainer Damian Adams,
Oh,
because I want to kind of show that I could go the distance. Another dream match I'm actually for is with Fred Rosser, because I did a 15-minute exhibition with him at training once, and it was something I wanted to do again in front of a live audience.
nice. That's awesome. Damn. I want to watch all of that. Especially the one with your trainer. I would love to
Yeah,
see that.
I will say this right now. I've done 20-minute matches, 30-minute matches, hell up to like 50-minute matches with my trainer. It's not fun doing it. I'm gonna be honest, but to be able to do that was honestly a very good experience, because he knows how to build it up and what to do at certain points without having to say a single word. And I've seen him do matches where he literally does not talk at all. He just reads the body language. Like that's the kind of level I want to have.
Because it sounds like he's such a good trainer and you admire him a lot.
Yeah, because I think from a point he saw something in that he says like, oh, he's going places. Because I remember my first day of wrestling training, they were body slamming me a lot. So I think that was like the ultimate test to say like, oh, if he quits the first day, that like this says something. But I kept going. I kept pushing through the pain. I remember, and a lot of people don't realize this. Pro wrestling does a lot of damage to your lower back. Um, and that's why for me, like I'm 22 now, and my lower back's killing me like crazy. And I like people think like, oh, you're young, you're fine. I go, no, it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if I'm sitting down too long, like literally, like I was like literally like laying down, like stretching out my back, like a chiropractor, just be like, all right, one, two, oh, there we go. Um, when I was working at Team Adams, like I kind of was able to absorb knowledge uh, to an extent to where I could kind of basically do matches no matter what the situation is, whether it's no DQ, whether it's submissions only, or if I'm working the leg. And I realized too, nobody knows how to work or counter legs.
What do you mean by
Like
that?
it's honestly like something I realized. So if I have somebody in a leg hold,
Okay.
they don't know how to get out of it. Yeah, and I literally had to like a ventriloquist, like, put your other leg around, put me in an arm bar.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
It surprises me, but it also shows that um who puts in the work and who doesn't.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And for me, I want so for anybody watching and they want to get into pro wrestling, I'm going to tell you three things: tape study, physical training. That was the middle finger. My bad. I just realized.
Good. Damn it, Gabe. You're over here trying to motivate them and give them, advice, and you're over here flipping.
I pulled a Stone Cold Steve Austin. I flipped the bird. What?
Behave.
But third thing is always learn. It's like always stay open to learning. Like training is never over. Like I could be 30 now or like 8 years from now and I still will have so much to learn.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of pro wrestling. There's so much to learn. There's so much you could do. And it's honestly surreal. Like there's no limit to what you can do in the ring. It's just a matter of how committed are you to learning. Like it, like I had just started doing lucha, and the lucha training itself, or like the lucha moves itself, is, I will admit, very difficult to do because
Yeah.
I am not as nimble as I was when I was 15. I, I'm, I'm not elegant on my feet anymore. I got cement blocks. I thank my calves for that. Um, but yeah, like learning different styles leaves you to more creative capabilities. That's what I love about it. Have that knowledge going into the business of what to do. If you want to start out and train, those are the three things I recommend. If you want to get out there more, go help set up the ring, meet the promoter, socialize, get to know people. Like, for example, there's a wrestling promotion called Pro Wrestling Magic here in Jersey, and the promoter, Steve Off, literally does posts saying, "Hey, do you want to help out? Like, help out, message me, and when you set up, you're more than welcome to open ring time."
Oh, wow.
Like, that's pretty much what he offers, and that's a great way of getting into a business, no matter where you are, whether it's New Jersey, Michigan, that's like Florida, like all those places. That's how you get into a lot of businesses, and a lot of people starting out never realize that. And I didn't realize that when I started until like around 2, 3 years ago. That's when I started to realize, like, in order to get on more shows, I got to travel with the guys, set up the ring, destroy the ring, and get out there.
I didn't know that the promoters did that, actually.
Not a lot of promoters do that. Steve Off does it because he knows that the business is a very like hard place to get into.
Right.
So, and he offers that chance, like for anybody willing to go out there and help out. Like me and Tanawak, that's how we he met us, and we did a seminar with Bobby Fish, and that's kind of where he saw our abilities. Like, um, one of the people there, um, Louis Bruno, he's a part of the Magic roster, and me and him have been friends for a long time. He saw what I could do in the ring, and like literally like every now and then when I bump into him while the seminar's going on, I go, "How am I looking?" And he goes, "You're looking amazing." And that's kind of what I want. I want to stand out, but also not take credit from anybody else.
That's what's up.
Like
Okay.
if I'm working with somebody and I'm doing a match with them, I'm like, okay, if he looks good, I look good. We're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Teamwork. It's all about teamwork.
Yeah.
Well, what's your goal in the wrestling business other than supporting your family?
So when it comes to that, people are like, "Oh, I want to get signed by WWE. I want to get signed by AEW." Blah 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 blah. I believe that, like, don't get me wrong, getting signed by that's really great. I'd love nothing more than to get a guarantee of that big paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to be able to make a living off of my own brand without any contractual obligations. Like if somebody uses like if I sign with said company, they get a cut of my name.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I make an appearance somewhere, they'd get a cut.
Yeah. For sure.
Um like for me, I want to be able to get full guarantee of the products I make or like how much money I make. Like the Slam Buddies, like literally, I'm already like halfway done with what I have,
Mm-hmm.
and I already had to reorder, and
Wow.
it's already surreal that I kind of had to reorder because I literally launched them like a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm already sold out, and I ordered like 25 as a start.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
want
that's
to,
awesome. I'm happy for you, bro. Like for real.
and I had to reorder again, and like that's kind of shows me that I'm doing something right because if I'm able to give something that people like and I'm able to gain something from it, that shows that I'm on the right path and I'm grateful for it.
That's awesome. I'm really happy for you, bro. Like for real. You're doing you're about to do big things, I feel, and that's exciting. And what's on the plans for the comic book warrior next year? This year is almost over, so next year, what's on the plans for the vigilantes? Like what's
The
going on
vigilantes
for
right
next
now,
year?
the vigilantes right now, we're just waiting for the next big injustice to happen in the ring. Right now, December 2nd, we're going to be at ACW and debuting. And for the years, who knows? Maybe we're going to be at Pro Wrestling Magic. Maybe we're going to be at ADLL, Azteca de Lucha Libre. Maybe we're going to be at SWF. Heck, maybe we'll be by you. Well, I'll definitely send you his message if I'm down there going, I'm doing crime fighting here.
Bro, I'll be there. I'll just be in the corner, like recording. I see him. He's right there.
I just point out to my partner going, do you know who that is? That's my buddy. That's my pal. Bring her ringside.
Oh, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been a while since I've been to like a local wrestling show. The last one I did was 2 years ago. I think I went to Puerto
Wow.
Rico. I went to Puerto Rico and I was supposed to do interviews there, and but I ended up doing something else. But it was so much fun just being I'm from Puerto Rico, born and raised, and and I grew up with that. So just going
Yeah.
back to that, it made me the happiest girl ever, bro. So over here everything is in Orlando. It's like an hour, like from where I live. And now I go to Orlando a lot because my girlfriend is there. So I'm trying to see what's around to see if I can just get in there and at least enjoy what they have to offer over here. So if you somehow end up all the way in these areas, just let me know. I will get there no matter how.
Expect a bear hug from me.
Oh,
I'm a hugger.
100%. 100%. But listen, thank you so much for finally sitting down with me, talking to me, and just talking. You made me laugh and smile a lot, and I appreciate that a lot. You're awesome. You are a sweetheart, and I'm excited for whatever is coming for you and your partner as well. That I'm so sorry I don't know how to say his name, but I'm excited for the vigilantes.
Yeah, I'm really excited too. Because Tanawak, he's a phenomenal wrestler, and I'm gonna try and give him the best spotlight as possible.
I'm sure you will, and I'm sure you both are just gonna do big things next year, and I'm excited. So everybody, keep an eye on their social media. Where can we follow you on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube?
You
If
can
you
follow
have.
me on Instagram at the Comic Book Warrior. If you want to follow me and my partner's page, it's at the Vigilantes underscore. And if you want to follow my buddy Tanawak, it's Tanawak underscore SCW. And if you guys want to see us live before the end of the year, you can see us in Haverstraw, New York for ACW. and hopefully 2024 I'll be able to see all you amazing people. I expect hugs, high fives, and if I don't like you, probably some noogies. Uh,
Bro.
but I'll be on the lookout for you guys, and it was awesome being here. Hopefully, I get back on. Uh, I'll try not to be as Chandler Bing as possible. God rest your soul, Matthew Perry. But yeah, it was awesome being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Also, I want to thank you. I still have it. This right here. You cannot see it, but this right here.
Hey,
You send
Jesus,
this
I have
to
such a
me.
baby face.
I know. You sent this to me when we first planned to have an interview, but it just never happened, and you still send that to me. So, oh, the shirt as well.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
wear it. Believe it or not, I wear it a lot. I think my girlfriend is tired of seeing it, so I use it a
She's like,
lot.
she's like, oh God, it's that bearded guy again.
That shirt again, really. It's either this one or the one with my logo. She's tired of it, but thank you so much for sending me this shirt, sending me this picture, sign and everything. So I
Awesome.
appreciate you a lot. Even though we didn't do that interview, you still sent it to me, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here, bro. Really, I hope to have you again whenever you gotta promote something. Just let me know. We can get you in here, and we can talk about it and see what's up.
Sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, bro.
Whoa. Valentino wallet with no money, doesn't matter. Dropping out of college, but she climbing up the ladder.